Hello everyone and welcome to traditional draft of Lost Caverns of Ixalan. I think there's a mythic rare I have 0 copies of and that's correct. I think I'll take it just to complete the set, but also this is a very decent card potentially. Create X1 once equal to the number of times I descended. Yeah, this can be built around quite nicely. Now it is a 2-color card. I guess you could splash this in like a blue-black descent deck or something like that. I'll take it. I mean, also because it's the more fun card, I could take Belligerent Yelling, or I think maybe the Oltec Cloud card is the better card. Or maybe not. This is such a nice 2-drop. This is a very good 4-drop, but you don't need good 4-drops as many as you need good 2-drops. But yeah, I'll take the mythic rare. I'll try to be black and green, and let's see if that's gonna work out. If it's not, then I'll just abandon my first pick. Well, I get a good continuation. Now a Charter Course and a Water Wind Scout are here. So someone took the rare. It could be a bomb rare, could be a red draft. So there's no signal of any kind. But I'm gonna pass these 2 very good blue cards. Also inverted iceberg is here. I will take, of course, the Cave Crawler. This is a black card that cares about descent, exactly the same stuff that the Myco Tyrant cares about, so it's a good follow-up. This is also potentially a very good card. It's very nice defensive card, always. Blocks, basically 2 power creatures can't attack into it, and then Descent 4 makes this a card drawing engine. Even if they just trade it with the first attack, you still get to attack once and get the card once. There's the Battle Glyph, which would be a fine removal spell, but this is just a better option now. And hoping these colors to still be open, and then this pack happens, which has a Dusk Rose Reliquary and another Oltec Cloud Guard. I'm very sad about that, because these are 2 very good cards, and now I don't see any good black or green here. The Machalantli, the Great Door is... you don't even care about transforming, also transforming is very difficult, but even if you could transform it, you wouldn't care about it. So this basically has the front side going on, and it's free looting. It doesn't cost any mana, but it's still 3 mana with initial, investment. I think I can't just take a black or green card. The Nova would be the peak here. This is not gonna be that great. I think I'll just take the Dusk Rose Reliquary, just in case white is going to be open. Of course, I have to then pick white cards, because sadly, black and green are not the greatest colors in this format. They should be open more often than the Jeskai colors, but that just isn't happening here. There are some black and green, but these are good reasons why the colors aren't good. They have commons such as the Disturbed Slumber, the Stone Tree, and the Acolyte of Aclazots, none of which is really good, unless this is never good, but these can be good in some specific builds, but they are not like universally good. They are not gonna be picked now. Alright, so I took the Dusk Rose Reliquary. It's not a very good pack in general. I'll take the Sunscribe if I'm gonna be white after all. And then there's a minus Guidewing, and still nothing really great for white or black. No, not white, green or black. I so often mix with the colors. I don't know what's the reason. I know what the colors are actually, but sometimes I just still, quite often say the wrong colors than what I was thinking about. Well, there's nothing great green or black in here, so I'll take the Guidewing, which is the best card in the pack. And here we have, well, that would be a Spike Tail, which is kind of the card that goes for the black and green stuff, but oh boy. I don't like picking it here now, because it seems like I will be playing white. But I don't like the Thousand Moons Crackshot either. Oh, there's also, by the way, Another Chance, which is very nice. I think I would take the Another Chance here. Now, I have 2 options, I think. I would take the Sunshot Militia and try to just go boring white-red, or maybe I'll take the Another Chance and still try to be black-green, but it's not open at all. I'm fearing that in pack 3 it won't be open either. Yeah, I'll take the militia. I do like it more than the 5-drop there. Now I get the... Okay, I'm slightly regretting, because there's now a good card for the archetype I was going for. I like the spider a lot more than the screaming phantom. Well, it's not like I need the white or red card here, so I'll take the spider now. Let's keep the options open, but I definitely would have wanted to now take the black instant mill to pick a couple of creatures from the graveyard. But too late now, I took the militia. Alright, here I take the Ray of Ruin over the Hidden Nursery and the Gargantuan Leech and whatever other options are here. It's a fine card to run. There's a Deep Goblin Skulltaker, but I think I might like the Promising Vein more. I don't usually like this card at all. But when you have stuff that cares about descent or descending, this land is kind of a free way to add to that count. And Skulltaker is a good 3-drop, but maybe not that necessary right now. I'll take the Promising Vein. Okay, maybe I'll be black and green, and then I get another Sunset Militia. There is a staggering size though. It could be nice with a big Micro Tyrant. Yeah, I mean the reasonable choice is to take the militia and keep myself open for both white red and black green. So I'm gonna actually take that. The pump spell isn't exactly a decent deck card, so I'm not gonna miss out much by not taking it, even if I end up with black and green. But this now I have two directions here. Both are acceptable to move on with black green or white red. This is a good start for a white-red deck. This is a good start for a black-green descent-focused deck. And pack 2, I think, will dictate which of these it will be. I just hope I don't draw like a... not draw, but open an amazing blue bomb rare, because it's the only color I'm currently not planning to play. And here, I suppose it's just going to be the hot food. Gnome, I don't like the scythe too much. The best card is the unlucky drop. Craft with cave disturbed. I'll just take the uncommon. I'm not gonna take a blue card here anymore. Greedy freebooter. I guess I can play it if I'm black in the end. Alright, this pack will dictate my plan, maybe. Again, there's like a staunch crewmate and Waterwind Scout. Pretty good blue here. I'm not gonna take them. Carrying minecart. Well, the squirming emergence isn't usually that good, but if you can have enough descent enabling, like in my previous deck, if you have seen my previous draft, I had a blue-green descent deck, and it was not too difficult to get to large descent counts there, and this can return something for very cheap. I don't have anything that is very expensive now, but returning something like the Micro Tyrant will be good. I'm gonna take this, but don't get me wrong, this is not like a good card, but it can be a good card in the black-green deck, which I actually kind of try to do a little bit of a force here, to do some forcing happy, because it's just more fun than getting yet another, Jeskai colors aggressive deck, which I could still be doing here, I suppose it's not like the best pack for that, Dino, Tomadon, Panicked, Old Soul, Hidden Volcano, Tectonic Hazard, this 3-drop, none of them is that exciting. I'll just take the Scavenger here, and I think I'm gonna just cut all these, and now I think the only thing I'm kind of missing in the pack 1 is that, did I take a Sunshot Militia over the black instant that mills and gets creatures back from the graveyard, but I think it's not a card I want to run in as made a very large number of copies, so maybe I can get like one of them in the draft still, and that would be fine to me. I also need a lot of 2-drops here, like there's the black 2-drop Death Toucher that mills 2, that kind of stuff. And I get this kind of stuff. There's a Glimstick Core. It is sadly not a permanent based ramp spell, and I really don't want to minimize. In these kind of decks, you want to minimize instants and sorceries. You want most of your cards contribute to descent. Sadly, there's no 2-drop other than the Glimstick Core in here, I don't even know if I care about ramping that much. The Careening Minecart, the Keen Collar, and the River Herald Guide are options. I guess the Fungal Fortitude. I don't think that Twists and Turns is the kind of card I want to have here. Out of these, well, I mean, I don't really need a 3-drop, but I will still take the Guide because this can at least explore a spell to my graveyard if I don't want to draw it. So does something, and it's a fairly, you know, decent 3-drop. I just don't really need any more 3-drops. That's the thing here. Mephitic Drought. It's not easy to play this in. I mean, you want to play this in white and black because those are the colors that can sacrifice things easily. Green basically has no way to sacrifice a Mephitic Drought. It's not like this set has a bargain in it. Fanatical Offering. I might take the Tithing Blade even here. I don't know if I like it too much though. I just don't want to have another 3-drop. Promising Way number 2. It's like a... not really. Fine, I'll take the Promising Way. I don't think the Edict effect is that good either. More Sunshot Militias coming this way. And more 3-drops. I don't like how this is going. Maybe I'll take the Leech now. It's something I could maybe return with the Emergence thing, but although this has mana value of 8, that requires a lot of stuff in the graveyard. But I have a couple of caves. That's the reason I'm considering it for real, because I don't actually care about these other cards too much here. I don't want any more 3-drops. I need 2-drops here. They are the highest priority. I just don't get past even the bad ones. Well, I guess I'll take this. This is not kind of exactly a 3-drop because you want to play this later. I would play another freebooter at this stage, but I think I'll take the Axel doesn't pay off, and I just need some ways to descend, because I think the Mineshaft Spider is kind of like the only one with the Guide potentially being able to do that. Yeah, nicer land here, but not more for my colors. I'll take the freebooter now. Definitely not the greatest, but I will, get a treasure, get a scry, and a jump block out of this. So a little bit of life, I suppose, and then I get some decent stuff here. Now, this deck seems really bad now. Here not a leech here, and the Compass Gnome, but I'm actually thinking about the Necropolis now that I have the one leech in here. I know I could take another one and really try to get more of these caves, but it's not necessarily that easy. And the Necropolis at least helps the earlier leech to do something, so I'm gonna take the cave instead of the leech here. I don't want to have a deck with 2 leeches and like 2 or 3 caves. That would be quite bad actually. Alright, this kind of fetch a cave, and now I have a few of them. But still, yeah, it can craft with a cave, but a 6 mana 5/5 isn't even that good. I think I'm actually just taking the freebooter here. I mean, a deck with 3 freebooters doesn't seem good, but it's what I have now. This is also bad, doesn't pay off. I mean, why is this so underwhelming? The +1/+1 counters are not easy to come by. I don't play the Drought in here either. I'll just take 20 gems. I don't think the Canonized in Blood is a card worth playing even in a dedicated Descent deck, although my deck isn't really that good at descending. Okay, Fortitude is not bad with the freebooters at least. I get the Treasure and the Scry, and I get to deal 3 damage with it, and then it comes back as something else I can jump block with. Alright, where was the Nikanzil in my previous draft? I'll take the Drought now. I don't think I'm gonna necessarily play it. If I find enough caves in the next pack, I might actually play them more. And even if this is currently it's a colorless cave that helps the leech to happen, but maybe it's not the greatest thing. Oh man, look at these. Look at these packs I'm opening here. I don't even get the bad 2-drop from green or black here. Or colorless. Like, am I gonna take an Abyssal Ghost Stalker? I don't have enough fodder to sacrifice for it. I know there's like these freebooters. I mean, do I need to do weird stuff like this? I don't really need to take another 3-drop I'm offered here, and this is also a 3-drop. don't like what I'm seeing here. I'm gonna take this thing because this has like the most potential to maybe do something here. I need some fodder to sacrifice for it. I don't have enough of that right now, but maybe I will. Okay, 2-drop creatures are impossible to find for my colors. I'll take the hidden nursery here rather than the 4 mana or 4/3. I guess it works with the Ghost Stalker making those, making those 1/1s. Same things as this thing makes. But I think the Gargantuan Leech is more interesting now than that 4/3. Alright, well now we're talking. That two drops options for me. There's a stinging cave crawler which I wouldn't mind having, but I do have enough 3 drops. I'll take the frog. That's an easy pick here. I need something good to add 2 mana, and this is a very nice card at 2 mana. Okay, Join the Dead. Well, I'm gonna take it over the Hidden Necropolis. It's not a permanent, but it's an actual high quality card, so let's take something like that here now. Compass now. I think I'm gonna now like it. I don't mind Grasping Shadows either, but it's maybe a little too slow for my deck now. This is a 2-drop, and it gets one of my caves. I might even play the Caverns more here now. There's like a chance to be able to animate this. But also the Gargantuan Leech is now going to seem like more like a 6 mana card, maybe a 5 mana card sometimes, and then it's a fine enough card. And Primordial Nover or the Malamet Veteran. I'm also getting past a lot of Sunset Militias in this draft. Both are 5-drops. Well, I guess I'll take the Discover 3 thing. It's like a 2-for-1. Of course, the creature is a lot weaker than the other 5-drop there. Alright, here I'll take the Brawler. I don't like it, but I need 2-drops, and I'd even take a 2-mana 2/2 with an ability that's maybe gonna be relevant once or twice in the event. It's just not that often gonna be relevant. Okay, yeah, Nikanzil. The Fanatical Offering isn't bad with the triple freebooters. 20 spells. I need more spells too. I don't know if the sideboard even has many I want to play, because I was thinking about the Hidden Nursery, but I'm actually gonna go for a slight synergy now. I'll take the Offering because of the triple freebooter. And now I guess... no, I don't have the... no, I have a Mephitic Drought too. Oh no, no card for my color. Bartolome, which is actually good with the drought. It's not like I'm gonna splash for white here, but I'm gonna take the uncommon out of this pack because I'm not going to play any of those cards. So yeah, this is indeed 21 spells, so I don't even have any. Oh man, I guess I could play like a Swashbuckler's Whip, but I need actual playables here still among the last few packs here. Oh, this is horrible, but I'm gonna take the Seeker of... oh, maybe I should take the Acolyte. That's an actual way to sacrifice the drought, but I have so many 3-drops, so I don't like it. And that's it. Maybe it's fine. I don't really like the Seeker. Yeah. Okay, this is like nonsense. And okay, in the Presence of Age is an actual card I would play. And this is maybe even a card I would play too, but this is better one, this green one here. This is now 23 spells. I guess that's pretty much it. Staggering Size, it's an option to play it. Okay, another one of those. Okay, I got the Vandercliff. Okay, this should be quick now. I'm gonna play the Vandercliff just to have a creature here. And now the question is, am I going to play the Ghost Stalker? 17 creatures, few of them are kind of a sacrifice fodder, because what you really need to have is you need to have 2 more creatures on the battlefield when you resolve this ability. Otherwise you have to sack the Ghost Stalker itself, and that's gonna be horrible. But I think my deck is so weak that I can try it. I have the Myco Tyrant that can make a few fodder things, and these things, opponent isn't gonna use a removal spell on these, so assuming I can make this survive by the time I have the Ghost Stalker, it's maybe fine. I think the staggering sizes are the cards I'm not going to play in the main deck because they are not permanents, they don't count for my descent stuff, and this means I still have actually 5 of them, instant and sorcery, so let's see what they are. They are okay. This is not one. There's a okay, fanatical offering, join the dead in the presence of ages, and yeah, okay. So the only things here that don't actually contribute to descent at all are the ray of ruin and the join the dead, and I'm not going to cut them. They are removal spells, and I'm lacking in that department too. Also, my mana curve is horrible, and my card quality isn't great. 3 of these, one Vandercliff cliff here, and a drought with not really many ways to sack it. There's only the acolyte and the offering. Well, this is what I have to play with. But this is 24. So I see if I'm going to cut something or just play, 16 lands with the compass gnome. Although I don't have so many caves that maybe I should just play 17 because, well, actually it's only 2 caves, but then again the compass gnome can get 1. I mean the kind of caves that I can sack for a spell. Of course, these are caves, but I can't sack these for spells. Although this I can activate if I have 3 other caves that I control or are in my graveyard. So I would need to have out of these 4 other caves, 3 of them need to be on the battlefield or in the graveyard. But the compass gnome helps a little bit, and the cavernous maw will help with the gargantuan leech. So I'm going to play the colorless land. Maybe that is a reason to still play like 17 lands. Then again, I have the triple freebooter. I have the mephitic drought, the poison dart frog. Okay, a fairly low mana curve in the end. Most of the stuff costs 3 or less. I'm gonna play just 16 because this deck is just actually one of my worst draft decks in this format. I have had some train breaks, and some of them I have recorded, but this is one of the worst decks I have drafted. And it's slightly maybe because I was semi-forcing the black-green after wanting to build around this thing. But yeah, I had a good start for a white-red deck, but when the pack 2 happened, I didn't get any strong incentive to continue the white-red route, and I wanted to do this, which is more fun in the sense that I have played fewer of these kind of decks than the aggressive decks. So let's do this for content, shall we? Alright, so I'm kind of hoping to get 2 match wins. I would be very happy about 3, and I'm gonna consider it a realistic outcome that I will have a 0 or 1 match wins with this deck. That's how I'm gonna feel about this. But yeah, this is now 20, so it's 19 permanents deck. The thing is, I don't have that many ways to actually mill myself. So this deck isn't gonna be good at getting to Descent 4, which is gonna hurt me with the Coty Scavengers for sure. But I'll see what I can do here. And this is often just a card that I will pay 2 mana to draw a card, and then it's just is there, because there are only 2 ways to actually benefit from it. I don't even have anything that crafts with an artifact, so the Fanatical Offering and the Acolyte, they are the only 2 things. I don't think there's anything else that I can use for that. This sacrifice only creatures. It would be, of course, very sick if, or maybe either sick or useless if it allowed sacrificing artifacts too. But I think I'm gonna play the drought. I need to be a little lucky here, and in the games when I draw the drought and the Fanatical Offering, I will be lucky, and that's gonna be a good set of a good little piece of synergy there. Okay, so more lands. I have more black cards, double casters here and there. These things can fetch either. I mean, slow. These are slow, but they are fixing. This will fix. I'm gonna add 11 basic lands here now. So that means that I basically have an even count in here. So I'm gonna add 5 of both for starters. This is now like a, with the caves and the promising veins. This is actually 8 mana base, so I want to have the 9th one. I guess I could take the freebooter. It's not gonna be a very common one drop here, even if I have it in my starting hand. If I have only 5 swamps, the 6th one isn't gonna help too much, but it helps a little bit. And the gnome is gonna give me either color, so I guess this is the main deck. And the only sideboarding I could even consider doing are the staggering sizes, this whip, and I guess this, which I haven't never sideboarded it yet, but this will be maybe fast decisions around sideboarding at least. But yeah, this is the deck now. On the play with a 2, 3, 4 curve. That's a good curve. Opponent mulligans. And even have some, oh, they go to 5. Well, I might get a free win here. If I'm gonna get 2 match wins in the entire event, I might need some free wins. I don't know. Because the thing is that I'm not so, I think this deck is bad for multiple reasons. Not just that I didn't get the decent synergies, but also the card quality and the mana curve are bad. Okay, the opponent has a good start for the 5-lander. But this deck needs, multiple improvements. Not just the better decent synergies. I could live with a deck which has only a few decent synergies, but would have a good mana curve and decent kind of a card quality in terms of cards that don't synergize with each other, but are good standalone cards. But this deck doesn't have even that. Now the starting hand is great, of course, because and this won't be a common sight here for my deck. I wonder why they didn't, by the way, explore with the map, but I guess it doesn't matter to me. Am I gonna get all lands here? Yes, I'm. Okay, okay, so the top 3 cards in my deck were lands. Now my starting hand is, of course, a lot worse, suddenly. A lot worse. Let's see this thing mill 2 of my instants sorceries. Because I don't really want to mill those, I want to use them. And they, of course, don't help with my decent stuff when I eventually maybe find a Coty. What is it, Coty? Okay, exactly this is what I was talking about. It's a good draw there. Let's see if they have a interaction here. They did want to attack with the 1/1 rather than block, so I see what's gonna happen. Maybe they have a eaten by piranha. Yes. Okay, I mean that's not a big deal. Sure. Well, okay. Let's do this. Of course, I mill only permanents, please. Okay, 2 permanents. Once I'm not even that interested in. So, good mill. I have a blocker for the 1/1 as well. I need one more thing to go to my graveyard in order to pick something back. There's nothing worth picking. I guess I hope they used removal on this spider, not like an auto-based removal, but... Well, I mean, it can still die. Like a promising way. Okay, that's going to give me the descent, but the problem is I don't want to get any of that stuff back. I might have to, though. Oh, this is so bad. I mean, none of this is good. But am I gonna miss my play on this turn? Because I can actually use the promising vein and I can do this. Get me a forest here. Only 3 basics left in the deck, rest are caves. So now I can get back. I mean, I'm not taking the compass gnome and drawing another land. That's just not going to happen. But I want to push here for some damage. But it's not like the 3/2 and the 2/2 are gonna be that good. I think I still have to do it just to add to the board. And as sad as it is, the Malamet Brawler is the pick here, and I am not happy about that. Not at all. Well, I have 3 basics left in the deck. So I'm not... I should be drawing some gas now. Yeah, well that makes the Brawler already bad. They can sack this to get the +1/+1 in there. So I think I'm gonna go here because I did draw now actually at least a good card. I can attack with everything. And if they sack the Spider to grow the Inquisitor, I'm going to be fine with that. And if they're going to... Okay, they're gonna go for that, which is also fine, because now I can get the spider back at least. Don't mind that. I still need to kill the Inquisitor because it can actually... you know, kind of make it tough for me to attack. They are not at low enough life total to make it so that I can just sacrifice my guys here by attacking. But let's see if they get something that... Because this can sack artifacts and creatures to get +1/+1 counters. Wow, they actually conceded. That was not... I mean, didn't they understand that they could... Let's say I attack here, they block a Scavenger, and then they, you know, block another Scavenger with this. They sack the Siren to make this into a 4/4. They take 3 damage here, and eat the other Scavenger. This is a permanent 4/4 from that point on. The 3/4 isn't gonna even matter. Yeah, they maybe didn't realize that the veto there is better than what it seems. Well, they mulliganed to 5, so that was an easy game in that sense, but now I'll have to see if I'm going to want to have the pump spell in here. I mean, a pump spell would have been good in this particular situation, but I just don't want to cut anything, and I guess I have 1 pump spell in the Fungal Fortitude, so I'll keep it as it is. I don't think the +3/+3 is important against blue-black. I could see it being relevant against other green decks which can have actual big creatures that I need to be able to fight with, you know, using the pump spell to enhance my creatures. Alright, this is a good starting hand now, because the leech will be already a 7-drop and I might get my other caves. If the leech costs 6, I think it's fine, and if it costs 5, I think it starts to be like a clearly better than average 5 mana thing you can have. I try to save the Fanatical Offering as long as I can, you know, to maybe draw the Mephitic Drought. But of course, if they like remove some of my things or put one of those Piranha's auras, I will just have the option to use that on that moment. So they have no 1-drop, they have a Pirate's Hat ready to rumble. But I can blame my river. Okay, they're gonna maybe... Well, they are gonna mill at least 2. They can also mill 3 if they want to. So they're gonna hit Descent very soon with the Sage of Days. I think the Sage of Days is really good in the Descent decks, because it's just a 3/2, but it's so relevant to get to mill something. Okay, they left 1 thing on the top. Oh, there's the drought, by the way. Anyway, this seems like a worse card than it is in the deck that cares about descending. It's actually really decent in the descent deck. Alright, but let's move on here. I can have a land which is 2nd black, which is good. I might want to double spell here, you know, draw it into offering at some point. I guess on the next turn it's the most mana efficient play, but I also don't think it's like I don't care if they have a trick here. Yeah, Cogwork of Wrestler is to be expected. So let's see. Shipwreck Sentry, okay. Okay, another cave. This is a 6-drop now. I think I was saying something, but I don't recall anymore what it was. So they're potentially attacking for a lot. I mean, a cheap artifact, equip this for 1 on the pirate and I take 8 damage. 7 plus this boost here, I would go to 12. So if I go with the drought and the Fanatical Offering, that's great cards wise. But I think I'm just gonna have to play the... I'm going to have to play the Death Toucher here. I might bring it back with the Scavenger, or maybe I'll bring the Leech. If they don't have an artifact, of course it's very different then, because then they can't attack with the Sentry. And they can make the Sage of Days into a 4/3, and maybe I'll just trade with the Crawler in that case, so they have a Join the Dead. Okay. But no artifact, so... And neither of these is a pirate, so they actually attack only for 4 damage, and I don't... And they don't get to loot. Okay, that would be good at some point, but not right now. Oh, I might have to... I'm gonna actually have to do this now. I don't want to play the Scavenger. Now, one thing is to be noted that if I had Descent 3 right now, I could play this and the Fungal Fortitude. Because then, you know, what happens is that if this dies and this goes to graveyard, of course, and then this returns, but this Fortitude would be my fourth thing in the graveyard when this returns, and I would be able to trigger the Descent ability here. But with 2, it's not gonna work. I think I have to do it like this. I have to take some damage, especially if they find an artifact. Oh. How to... I mean, I haven't descended this turn at all. But maybe I'll play this. It's not like I'm not going to block with this thing. But it's... Okay, I'm gonna do this. It's not gonna do anything. But it's a 1/1 trample. Maybe they use a removal spell on it. Next turn I can play the leech. Unless they play like a discard effect right now. They're down to 2, although they will have looting up. Okay, and also explore. Yeah, I'm not safe yet. But of course, if I can untap with the leech, with the Fungal Fortitude up, although it's not the greatest, because you know they have at least 2 eaten by piranhas things, so we'll see. I guess I do have the Fanatical Offering and all that. Well, they have to discard now 1. They did not choose to explore first, because you know they could have explored into a land terra, making the loot into a better one. Now they have to decide between these two. The one they had in the... And they actually choose to discard this, which is scary. Okay, I'm taking a bunch of damage. I don't know if I can win here. I mean, I can if the leech helps, but when they chose to have the iceberg discarded, I fear they haven't eaten by piranhas, making this a non-life linker. Although in that case they wouldn't be able to attack with this guy. Also, the Promising Vein makes this into a 5-drop. It just does not matter right now. It does not. It's still my best play. So if they make this into a 1/1 without abilities, what am I gonna do here then? Another thing what I could be doing here is sack the Vein, sack the draw here, make this into a 3/3, but it's not going to be that good still. Alright, I mean they discarded this. It's a really good card, and it's good for their board state too. I think they have the removal there. So I take a bunch of damage. It's really tough. The problem is that this as a 3/3 won't be doing much either. But I will have the Fanatical Offering. You know, I'm actually doing it. Maybe not in this order. I'm going to do it like this. This is maybe a little weird, but I'm gonna play around them having the stupid thing. I will take a lot of damage though. I might not have time to do all I want to in here. Okay, with the Join the Dead I will. What was I gonna do? I'm losing. Oh man, I'm losing time here. Done. So here I'm going to just pass the turn. This will get 2 tokens, and it's a 3/3. Now if they use the thing on this Micro Tyrant, I can, you know, make it plus. I can make it still a 3 power creature when it becomes a 1/1, and it will come back. Of course. And then if I can untap here, I can -5 here. Yeah, there's a chance. But of course if they had something else there, but no, it was this. I was right about playing around that. Now if they don't have an artifact here, it's gonna be great. If they hit a 1-mana artifact, I'm gonna lose here. Or I'm not gonna exactly lose, but I'm gonna have to jump block the sentry without this fortitude killing anything. So please no 1 mana artifact. Okay, no nothing. So this can't attack. And they can okay, they can maybe hit a, okay, they got a, that's also a good card, but they are gonna attack with a 3/2 and a 1/2 here. Yes, but I'm going down to a very low. Yeah, I don't think if I'm going to be able to survive, but I will get my life linker. Okay, more of that. Anything here? No, not. This is difficult. I need to use, of course, the kill spell on the flyer. I'm going to have to play. Oh, I can't play my lifelinker. And yeah, so what I was actually supposed to do, I was supposed to. No, if I played the leech, I wouldn't have had mana for the fortitude. Alright, now let's do quickly. I don't have much time here. They're gonna have these and they're gonna play it. They can't attack with the 4/4. I have to kill this. That leaves me with. I need to. I guess I can get life with this, but. Squirming Emergence. Sorry, it is taking too much time here now. 4 mana, I don't have a lot of mana. I'm going to just do this. Yeah, I'm gonna return something here. Maybe even just a fungal fortitude. I don't know if that makes sense. And then I will be doing this, and does it matter? I guess I can take the Scavenger here. And Spider is actually good. Although I should have maybe milled it because that would have increased the size of the Myco Tyrant, but too late now. I will not die here. I can kill the scout. Okay. This is difficult, but I think this is winnable. If they don't find the other eaten by piranhas, which I saw, if the leech can attack like once, it's gonna be fine. Because if it dies, I can bring it back with either of these options. Although this won't be bringing it back, it's a mana value 8. Now, let's do it. I need to play the leech and then I have their fortitude up. That's good enough. I just need them to not top deck. The thing that makes this into a 1/1. I don't mind trading with the Nowhere, of course, because I'll get it back. Of course, if they attack with the Nowhere, I'm just gonna block with the Scavenger, I think. They know about the fungal fortitude. Okay. Please don't have this. No eaten by piranhas. Okay, they go for that. That is fine. I can just block with the Scavenger here. Although I could just take the life also. I'm gonna block with this because I can bring the Scavenger back with the other Scavenger. It's quite nice, you know, little piece of synergy. So let's see what 3 mana spell they're gonna discover into. Please not the Piranhas thing. Okay, Deadweight doesn't actually do much here at all. Okay, they can do that, which is fine. And then any spells there? Okay, no spells. So if either it's an instant or a land, which they chose not to play. It is really tempting just to play the Fortitude on here right now. I need to do it. Come on. It's an instant. Oh man, they have a priority. I mean, as long as it's an instant, that if it's like a Clockwork Wrestler, it doesn't matter in that case. Absolutely doesn't matter. But we'll see very soon. Am I gonna get some number of life in here? Some amount of life. It's the moment of truth now. If it's just a Wrestler, it doesn't matter. Could be an eaten by piranhas, but okay, back to 9. Everything is very fine now. I'm going to play this Scavenger, get back the Scavenger. That's the very good stuff here. And I can play the Spider here. Might as well mill for the Scavenging emergence in case something happens. I don't know what could happen. Okay, milling 2 lands is very nice. Also, you know, kind of forgot I wanted to mill for this Micro Tyrant, of course. So now they had a Malcolm, but I have a reach. Okay, they can equip it, but it's still I'm gonna have a 3/4 reach in here. They can't even attack. Plus, this is gonna connect another time, and it's if I can connect. All right, well now they will tap down the leech or the spider. I don't think that's what they wanted to do, because now I can get another 7. Well, I don't know if they left the spider here, then they had no attacks whatsoever. They didn't even equip, by the way, the Malcolm here. That was a mistake. Unless this costs 3. Okay, it does cost 3. And they have artifact to craft, yeah. Okay, so they can craft into this, which is gonna allow them to explore, but you know, as long as the leech is here, it's fine. A close game, and I almost lost all by, you know, one of the turns I had almost I ran out of my time in there. So if I'm gonna attack with the Micro Tyrant, I think I'll just bring it back, so I don't mind if they do block it. I'm also in a position to maybe start attacking with the 1/1s, but not now yet, because if these die, this loses size. Alright, so I'm going to take any kind of trade here. Not attacking with the Scavenger though, that wouldn't make much sense, or maybe it would, I don't know. They would just block with the crewmate anyway. So now that has happened. I'm at 14, and now I can just okay, I can actually start attacking with this. I got my, you know, third other cave. Micro Tyrant. Do this and do this and crack this to add to my descent count, so I get 2 more other things. I suppose I'll take a swamp here. Alright, 2 more things, and this is a 6/6 now, and I can basically win on the next turn unless they get something crazy good there. Okay, the leech was the key here. It certainly was. So they have a 5 mana card because they didn't loot for 1 mana. Or maybe they wanted to loot into... I don't actually think they have easy ways here to win. Or try to win. I mean, there's a mass removal effect based on their descent. They have a descent 10. So yeah, they can give every creature -10, but you know, the leech would come back, and I would still have them more ready to attack, so I could attack for 8 on the backswing. So that's that. Okay, well, this is a very easy mulligan here. If I had a swamp instead of Promising Vein, I think it would still be a mulligan. Hey, 1-lander into 0-lander. I suppose the first game in the previous match was a win for me, mostly because they mulliganed to 5, so let's try to do the same here. Okay, Scavenging emergence. Nope. Brawler, yeah, I like the gnome, but I don't like the brawler here. And I keep the leech because this gnome is gonna get me a cave, and then, you know, this will maybe, if I naturally draw a cave or 2, I can maybe do something. But of course, I just need to get very lucky here, and I forgot I have this in my deck. It's a card I might have to sideboard out in some matchups. All right, you bat away there. I already mulliganed to 5 here, so they just do more hand hating here. Well, I suppose I drew them. I did draw them. You know, removal for it. So I want to have a cave, but I also need a black source specifically. So I can, and because of the double cast, rejoin the dead. So it's just gonna be the hidden necropolis now, because that means I miss a play on the next turn, but it's just oh yeah, they actually took the cave crawler here. They didn't want to deny the land for me. I thought they would have taken the gnome, but maybe they think that it's better to take the higher impact card. Anyway, next turn I have nothing else than a tapped land. A blue-black deck again. Or was it blue-black in the previous match? Wait a minute. Yes, it was blue-black. Okay, so nothing. Well, and they have a cavernous maw here as well. Cockwork thing for this opponent as well? Nope. Or they just don't want to use it if they had it. Alright, I don't know what they had. They played no spell there. So join the dead, and they don't actually know about the join the dead. Grasping Shadows is annoying, but it's actually... They have only this one creature, so now that I will definitely do it this immediately while they are tapped out. They won't get their counter on this on the next turn. I might get to the Leech. I might get to the Ghost Talker, but of course I need 2 things to sacrifice for it. I don't know what they would be now. Maybe I get some freebooters. You know, freebooter and a gnome would be totally acceptable things to sack. The sad thing is that they know about it, so they can't really... They can play so that this maybe doesn't hurt them that much. No creature. Oh, a cave here. This is gonna be a 6-drop now. Okay, okay. I mean, if they kill this compass gnome with some instant, I don't care. They counter that thing, it's fine. Okay. Cave diver. Sure. So let's get a forest here. Draw is fine. Especially if I draw one of the 2 ways to sack it. They're gonna get this thing flipped anytime soon. This is... If I knew I have a land draw on the next turn, maybe I would consider the Scavenger. But I suppose if I have a land draw, I play the Leech here. I'm not going to play a 3-2 when they have a 2-4. I mean, it's just, there's no point doing that. I know they will attack with this, but they also will gain 2 life, so I can't raise. This has to be a card that gives me value. I only need to draw like a... Well, let's see what happens. Okay, this card is something I could have picked during the draft, and I never got another chance for it. Oh, they got the Deep Cavern Bat only. I think they have to take the Ghost Talker now. Because if they don't, they have to sack 2 if I draw. I mean, I would maybe play the Ghost Talker and I sack both my things and they sack both of their things. And get back my whatever this is stealing, so it has to be a Ghost Talker, right? I mean, of course I might not draw a land, but alright, they went for that. Well, let's hope to draw a land. I could, you know, block here. What would be the point of that, though? I mean, the point is that I won't take 2 damage here. Because if I draw the 6th, I might play this anyway. I have to play it, of course. But if I don't draw a 6th... was this making... I guess I can take the 2. 2 life isn't... If it was more, it would be different. Okay, well, I can do this now. And this is gonna give me a better chance to get to the land. Fanatical Offering. Well, I'm keeping that. Okay. Well, I will be, of course, attacking now. I won't be getting the 6th land on the next turn, but the offering with the draw is just too good here. Okay, they had a dead weight, which is a little sad, but I suppose the Coyote Scavenger will now. By the way, this doesn't work when they attack with more than one, so that was good for me. But yeah, the sacrifice now. Do I want to leave up black, black? Because I could draw the -5, -5. No, I can't. It's here. Okay, I think I can do this because I might. Well, I don't think it matters too much, but let's see if this gets countered. No, they have only one. If they have the other confounding riddle, maybe then. But ooh, Scavenger combos. Oh, I don't mind actually if they use a card to deal with in response to this. I'll play the Scavenger anyway after this has. I don't need the Acolyte anymore. I have sacrificed my thing there. Alright, so with this I can return a the cave crawler is the best. I mean you lose life when you attack with this while you have a descent, but I have maybe this lifelinker coming back. Now if they can finally play a third creature, that means they can save a creature from the Ghost Stalker. But if they don't save the bat specifically, I get back my lifelinker. Well, I will see now what happens. This is the game where I mulligan to 5 and you know, it doesn't show anymore. I got a fairly decent curve here. Okay, Bitter Triumphant there. Interestingly, they discarded a Poison Dart Frog, so they have green there. Wow. But yeah, interestingly, they did it like now. It was not like I was gonna block here. Anyway. It's so tempting to wait with the Ghost Stalker, but it's also I mean, I guess I can live with this. Now, if I kill them both, the only thing about the Ghost Stalker right now is that I can, you know, get back my lifelinker. I have some caves in here. One, okay, it's a 6-drop right now. They are one cave away from being able to attack with this, but I can play the Crawler and the Scavenger, bringing back the Scavenger here. That's the thing. I think I'm actually going to still trade hits here. A double Scavenger he's kind of like endless. You can always let the first one die and get it back with the second one. These don't get like finality counters or anything like that. Alright, now I see the green splash. Deep Phantom Echo giving them, yeah, the combination with the Merfolk Cave Diver is of course very good, but they are gonna have to sack. Ooh, unless this is a creature, which they just drew there. Okay, Self-Reflection, they can mill it and blade. No, they don't have mana for their flashback. Unless this is a land they have in their hand. Ooh, because if they can flashback that, it's gonna be bad. Alright. We'll see what happens. I am not dead yet, but this is gonna attack for 3 and this is gonna attack for 1. I'm gonna go down to 5 here, because this will be unblockable now. Okay, they made this into a deep cavern, but yeah, you know, they turned it into the deep cavern bath while it was on the battlefield, so of course the EDB didn't trigger. It doesn't matter because it will go back to itself now. Fortitude isn't bad. Okay, and they didn't have a land for the... Oh, they didn't mill this. If they milled... Okay, I don't care about that. Now I will just attack with the Cave Crawler. And... oh, but no, I don't have the mana. Yeah, I was thinking if I can attack with the 3/2/2, because with the Fortitude, I mean, this will die and they have to sack these on this Ghost Stalker, but this is good enough. I don't have mana for the Ghost Stalker post-combat, so... just get one card in here, and they're not gonna block there. And now the Ghost Stalker is gonna actually do little work. The problem is they can make a copy of the Echo. I'm believing they're gonna just sack the other two things. They have two Echoes, giving them a nice value, but what can I do about it? Okay, let's do this and sack these guys. I can block the Echo even if it explores into a counter. I am at low life. I guess I could have considered not. I could have considered sacking the crawler instead, but I can bring the Scavenger back with the other Scavenger, so there is that. Well, I'm happy how this game went despite my mulligan to 5, because this is very... I mean, if they didn't have the Echo right now, I think I would have been in a pretty good shape. But now I will be in trouble. They have basically two self-reflections, of course, now. They almost have mana for the double cast here. If they have a... No, they would need specifically an island now. Yeah, if they don't have an island, they can't cast it for the second time. But both of these things will explore now. They get this... Okay, so they just are 3 colors. Alright, whatever. Okay, well this dino won't gain them life right now. They can like copy it with... Okay, doesn't matter really. So the 6/6 I will of course block with my own 6/6. Oh, I'm almost forcing them to block because, you know, I can deal 7+2 here. They don't know about the fortitude, but sadly they are at 10 and not at 9. Oh, they're gonna go for the trade. Now this might be pretty good now. Disruptor Bandicoot. This is not an ETB, it's only an attack, so they can use the self-reflection before, you know. I get to exile it with this thing. Now I attack, draw a card. I will have blockers for this thing. This might become a 6/6, but it doesn't matter. I have to be wary of this, but they don't have a cave to make this activated right now. I'm gonna draw a card still. I think I'll just play my leech. Oh, my good tyrant. I would have actually preferred to land here. So, and yeah, I know this Death Toucher could have been a blocker here. It's a good blocker, but with the land I could have played the leech and have mana up for the fortitude. But now that I don't have that, I'm going to just get back a Scavenger, I suppose. Then I have 4, which means the Vandecliff. Yeah, the leech would be good, but I might have to jump block a potential 6/6 because they will get to explore. This works with the... This would work with the fungal fortitude quite nicely, actually. I could kill this thing. The problem is if they have a... But they don't have a cave. I think it's still better to get 2 cards down. I will have 2 blockers that way. 2 blockers that way, and you know, that's safer in case they like remove the 1 blocker. I want to be able to at least jump this thing. Okay, Malamute Brawler without even thinking. Well, I suppose it's very easy to play that, but they didn't need to play this right now. I mean, the thing is that they choose the Brawler. Is this like they could have taken another Echo, which I would believe is better. They get pretty good cards here, by the way. But yeah, I understand them getting these Tramplers, of course. If I jump, I don't force. I don't offer a lethal. I can deal only 4+2. That would go to 3. So I think it's better just to get a double block here. And I need to deal with these tramplers. I guess the leech might help there a little bit. These both will trigger though. But I need to kill this. If I just jump block, it's gonna be there on the next turn. That said, I can jump block it too. They can give a +2 plus. Yeah, I guess this thing is the. Yeah, that's the problem here. The trample will be the problem. Okay, I'm gonna double block here still. I don't know if this is going to be the way to win, but I think they had too many good draws there. But then again, they did have this draw 3. Okay, Ray of Ruin would work if they didn't have +2 +0 and effectively another +1 because this ability will trigger. So this is like 8 power trampler. This can only absorb. This can only absorb 3. That's 5. And if I use this, I have only 2 mana left. I can't do anything that adds toughness to the board. So if I play this, yeah, I mean this will help. I will face 6 plus 2, 6 plus 6 plus 2, 14 point of trample. I go to 8. And I have 8 toughness. So I guess I don't exactly die, but I'm very close to dying there. But this is what I have to do. Yeah. Am I wrong here? This can give 2 counters. Maybe they can mess up the targeting somehow, because if they give... Yeah, they need to give 2 on... Well, no, it doesn't actually matter. The targeting, I don't think it matters. So I'm at 8. This is indestructible, so I'm not going to... Oh, they go... Ah, that's smart, actually. Yeah. They don't attack with the other one at all. And it's indestructible, so I don't get to trade with the leech. That was kind of my plan, but the opponent... Oh, now I don't have to trade with the leech. Oh, I do. I did miscalculate here. I mean, I won't be taking any trample damage because this is now 8 toughness, so I will lose the leech, which I can bring back, of course, but it's too expensive now. But let's see how this goes. You know, there's a way to still win this game. I would maybe think that's the case, although well, with 8 it's a little bit easier, but I can get the Scavenger back. I can exile one of these guys. I can trade with the Death Toucher with the 6/7. I exile this, take it. This is like a 6 power trample, but yeah, I can do it. Exile this, get a scry here. Do I want to have 8-9 mana on the next turn? Would mean that I can play like the Nova and the Spider. I still don't think it's... Well, I'd rather take a random card. And then I will play the Scavenger. This is the best play I have, right? I have not. Yeah, okay. And I get the other Scavenger back. Like this. No attacks, of course. And I have a plan here. I'm not going to die. I don't actually even need to jump block this. I actually... I'll just put the crawler on the 5/4 and I jump block the 6/7 and then I keep getting back the crawler. They get 3 life now, but it doesn't matter. They played the land, so they are finally I have full information, and this is still not able to attack. This, by the way, was the second cave they had. Other than this, I mean, they have one in the graveyard, I think. Hidden Cataract. Okay. Oh, this is fine. I mean, the marionette attack is, without the spike tail attacking, is really good for me. It's really good for me. Because now I can just eat the marionette for free here, because these scavengers just keep coming back. Okay, so 2 trample. I go to 6. That's survivable. Okay, a random card was, you know, a good cheap jump blocker. I don't mind. So I have now 8 mana. This leaves me with 5. Yeah. I'll play the Knover here. I could also do the Freebooter and the Spider, but I don't think that's... I want to play the Spider once I have this thing around. Nobody's good. Yeah, the double scavenger is... It's very nice now. I have 13 cards in the deck, so I don't want to deck out here. I need to be able to win at some point. Oh, that exiles. Oh, damn it. They had an exile spell there. Oh, well, I got it too. So again, I'm now in clicking on the ropes here. This can do some serious self-milling here. Oh man. Well, oh well. I really hoped that would have. I mean, I can still, I can still win, but that kind of took me back a little bit, or actually quite a lot. Now, the point here is I can use the fortitude to trade with the kin collar, and this thing can... I'm quite tempted to get back my lifelinker, but I also do like to keep getting back these scavengers. Although if I use the fortitude on here, I can get back the lifelinker anyway. Or I can just do this with... Okay, I can do the Myco Tyrant here. Although it hasn't done much. No, I can't because I need to... Ooh, this is difficult. Maybe I'll just do it. Maybe I'll just do this. Alright, I know now what I do. Because I need to block them both. I take the lifelinker right now. I guess I could take the Ghost Stalker, but... I'm not sure if that is... what I want to do. But I can play the Freebooter and the Ghost Stalker on the next turn, though. Okay, I'm gonna take that actually. I have a plan, but which I don't have time to explain. And it's also possible I I thought about it wrong. But this is the point. I will have now jump here, block here, and kill this kin caller. Like this. And now I can bring back, this will be, the scavenger will be on the battlefield. And I get the other scavenger back here now. Because it died at the same time. This is pretty sweet combination, like I have said many times. But now, I even drew the second freebooter here, so I can do even better. I can get rid of this guy now. Yes, I'll get rid of that by sacking the freebooters. Even get the scavenger still here. Get some treasures, get some scries. Don't need this. I also have only 11 cards. More? Yeah, I could see this actually being a fine draw there. Not the greatest, but fine. Now, they can attack with this, but... Okay, but they are in top deck mode. Now I do need to get back this lifelinker, just to get some life back. Although I can just win if they drew a land here. Non-cave land, and I win. Alright, so they did maybe flood out a little bit in the end. But they had a string of very good draws. The Deep Phantom Echo with the, this thing, the Malamuth Veteran, the 5/6 Dino here, the Ray of Ruin. But I managed. It wasn't easy. I used 15 minutes for the first game, but I managed there. I don't know how many mistakes I made. If this could have been easier, but I'm happy about the outcome, especially because I did mulligan to 5 and the opponent kept 7. Alright. Staggering size can be useful like against some of these things, but again, I don't like cutting really my stuff here. So, I mean, I guess I could cut the drought and the Aklazot's thing. Okay, I guess I could see maybe doing that. I'll play both the staggering sizes, because it seems like they have a few of those annoying big things which I can deal with using the palm spells. I don't know if that's smart, but that's what I did. Okay, they go first. I have a... I don't know how to describe this hand. It's okay, but the card quality comes and bites me here. The Malamat Brawler isn't great. These things in multiples, not exactly optimal. I got this 2-drop here, but I have nothing to accelerate into yet. Now I do. Well, let's do this. I don't know yet if I want to get a land or not. I think I will if I don't draw a land on the next turn. I could have played the Brawler, by the way. You know, that it can block the Nautilus so that... Look at this. This is unfair. Oh, why would they do that? What? Okay. The opponent makes it a little bit easier for me. Alright, let's just get the Gnome and the Brawler. And here I will be taking maybe... I will be taking a cave because I have reasons to have caves around. But I also want to have an untapped land because I have the Nova in here. So I'm going to take this Promising Vein here. And I can play the Brawler here. I mean, it was unfair that they had this all three basics, different kind of basics on turn 3, but they also activated this on a very wrong moment, so that was nice. They could have the Confounding Riddle here, but if they do have it, then they do have it. This thing does a good job of, you know, blocking my stuff, but I'll try this Nova now and hope it's not gonna get countered, but I guess we'll see. It did not. Well, no attacks. I can attack with this, but they'll just bounce off each other. They are not going to trade with the Brawler. They have that. Okay, well, I have a Fungal Fortitude on this. It's good now. What I can also do, I can play the attack with the Brawler, so the trample is going to matter here. Look at that. Using the join the dead here on either of these things. I am not going to use it on the Nautilus, it's not a problem. I will only attack with the Brawler and the Nova here. This is Trampler now. Yay. It's actually relevant, it will deal 3 additional points of damage here. And the Nautilus should block the Brawler. There's like no reason for them to not block the Brawler here. And oh, it's actually not 3, it will be 7 points of extra. But not 7, 5. Math is hard. I still have the Join the Dead up here, by the way. Let's see what they discover into. Their discover will resolve first. Do I want the discover happen? I think I'm gonna want to first get the creature back and then discover. For some reason it might somehow matter. But let's see what's the thing. It's gonna be a frog. Well, they have the mana working, it doesn't maybe matter too much. Could have been worse. And I get a crawler here, that's very good. Better than the frog, for sure. Now, do I want to play the freebooter or have mana up for this? And my choice is to leave up mana for this, or if I don't need to use it, I can crack the vein here. Because the freebooter isn't actually doing much in this board state, so there's no point using it right now. Cavern Stomper. Okay, I need to make this into a -5/-5. Well, I need only 2 more things in my graveyard. Although it's also possible I will just, you know, 2 for 1 myself. I missed how they scried. Well, they scried somehow. And here let's get a forest, and staggering size comes into play. Alright, well, I still don't think I'm gonna attack with the rest of the stuff, but I can attack with the Brawler here, giving trample to the... Yeah, I'm willing to sack the Brawler if they block it with the Stomper, but let's see who they're gonna block with. But I'm going to do this, and yes, I do have time issues here, so I need to also hasten up. But I think I'm in a very good shape given how the game has gone and what's still in my hand. The 7/7 isn't a problem because of the stuff I have available here. So now I have two options. I can use the size or the join the dead. Actually three. I can also use them both because the frog taps for mana. So I could actually make this thing survive. I don't think it matters. I'm just gonna use the staggering size. This is gonna discover into something and then the join the dead will be left for a later use. What do I get here? Freebooter, that is useless. Yep. I mean, I guess I could have killed this at some point to start attacking. I have a pretty wide board, but let's see what they do. I'm only one more card. Yeah, I guess I want to kill that instead. I'm one more card away from Descent. Okay, that's indestructible. And Vigilance. Oh, you know what I can do? I can block with the freebooter, get a Scry, Treasure, and especially Descent 4, which is gonna matter for the Join the Dead and for the Crawler here. So I'm gonna block with the... not because I want to save the damage, but I want to, to get this thing in my graveyard. And yes, it is indestructible, so even this could have been a dead toucher, it wouldn't have mattered. This is a Scry, not a Sir Whale, so I'm gonna keep this thing, I would say. And now it's my turn, I can already kill the Spike Tail. Yeah. Because it's -10 now. I will draw a card, so maybe I shouldn't play the guide yet. I can attack now with everything. I would assume they use the marionette to block the crawler. No, I can't attack with the... No, they still have this Nautilus. I somehow... It has vigilance. If it attacked, but it can also block. I can attack with the frog. Give it death touch if they choose to block. Oh. Fine. And no one's... I mean, someone's getting trample here, but it won't matter. I might have needed the mana here too, but I really want to just push some damage. Okay, that's a block I'm very willing to make here. I mean, have happened. Alright, they chose not to block the 1/1 after all. Yep. Now I do need something here still. But I guess I have some decent draws left in the deck. That's one of them. Just play the land. Okay. 9 minutes. I might lose this game still if they have a big thing. I have dealt with a couple of their big things, but they have more of those left. They can copy one of their creatures, but currently not exciting copies. Ray of Ruin on there. I can't get the Fanatical Offering in any way too. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame. But I suppose the frog was gonna trade with it anyway. Okay, so now what I do, I will attack with everything and I will sack the one that's gonna get blocked by the Nautilus. I know I could sack the treasure, but I want to push damage now. I want to do that. That is death touch, doesn't matter. They can block the brawler all they want. I even get to trample over here. Okay. Guess it could have been worse. I'm still going to mill. I don't think I'm gonna be scared of self. Well, I have ways to bring back things from the graveyard, so it's actually, you know, not a bad thing to mill relevant things. Oh, they have a threefold Thunderhulk. Alright, so now it's... I'm gonna be busted here. I need to concede just to have time. Let's see one more thing. I have a Poison Dart Frog here at least, but they're gonna copy the Thunderhulk. Alright, I'm dead. I'm dead. Unless this is like some kind of removal spell. Okay. You know, this thing, they get to copy it, and then this just gets out of hand. And if I had more time, I would have maybe seen how the game goes. But now I just need to save time here. I have only 8 minutes. Alright, that was a shame So they just have a big thing after big thing after big thing. I think my staggering sizes in that case are very much important, more important than the drought or the alkalots thing, because I need to win quicker than they can assemble all the stuff, and I need to be very careful about my removal. Yeah, I guess I could have also drawn a Ray of Ruin, but it would have been too late now because I didn't draw it for this turn. They can copy this, and then I can't beat two of them, even if I draw removal for the other one. All right, let's just do this and hope that. Well, I don't know. I won the one where I mulliganed to 5 and lost the one where I kept 7 with a good mana curve even. Here I can use the Compass Gnome for the land, so it's okay. It will be a cave thanks to the leech being here. Okay, the first time doing this, I think now I can actually assume to get a more land, so I'm gonna take the untapped cave. But I have also the thing that can be animated, but this can get me the swamp. But now I can use the In the Presence of Ages here. Poison Dart Frog, sure. I mean, it's not great that they get it. Now they have all the colors even without hitting their land drops. They might actually have the counter spell, so I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just doing this right now. Oh, this is so horrible. I mill 2 instant. I mean, I don't have a lot of instant or sorceries in the deck, but now I didn't get the creature and I milled the merchants and the Join the Dead, which don't contribute to my descent, which would have been extremely important for the Scavenger. And they get this thing, and oh man, I lost this game. I can't beat a turn 3 echo, especially when one of my removals went away. I still have the Ray of Ruin, but this is starting to be very, very bad. And they get this bat here, and they didn't even need the frog. They had the basic lands here, just like that. But I mean, this on turn 3 is ridiculously good. Ooh, well, the game 1 in this match was good. They have 2 bats. I mean, I guess if you play 3 colors, you can have a better card quality. It's just a shame that they... At least now they didn't get punished. In the first game, they lacked green for so long. But now in the second and the third one, they have no issues with the mana and... well... I mean, I can't raise. They have even 2 lifelinkers in the air. And the 6/6 I can't deal with. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm gonna jump the 6/6 and hope that I will be... Just crack this. Hope that I will be drawing a... I don't even know what I need here now, and they just keep hitting the relevant things here. Okay, the game is over. I'm not going to whine anymore. Bitter Triumph. Okay, yeah, that is fine. Let's go. Match number 3. This is a... it's a hand I'm gonna keep. I have the 2 lands, the freebooter here. They start with the Lawkeeper turn 1. Don't know if I like that too much. Well, let's see when they get their first dino. As long as I don't get it, it doesn't matter. And at least I drew a 3rd land. So... And I have actually pretty good stuff with the Ghost Stalker and the freebooters. I don't expect them to be blocking the freebooters, but if they are, that's fine. But I do need the lands, of course. I do need the lands. So if I just draw 3 lands back to back. Okay, that I think I'll be exiling once I get to 5. Boo. Yeah, well, the 2/2 won't be attacking into the marionette, so... I mean, into the Akavali. Okay. Land on the next turn. I guess I can jump block with the freebooter and get they get no cards. Okay. I might need to exile this thing instead. You know, jump block. They didn't attack. Oh, I don't get it. Whatever. You know, I was thinking about just getting a treasure to have mana for the Ray of Ruin, but they didn't give me the option to do that. So yeah, well, they are getting these small creatures here. That's a little sad because now my Ghost Stalker won't be that good anymore, and of course I'm facing 11 trample here, so yep. I'm not gonna do them. I need to just draw naturally the land here. Yeah, they can just sack the 1/1s here. Okay. Yeah, the Micro Tyrant isn't so good when you don't have actually any ways to, you know, mill. I have very few ways to mill. If I had like, you know, 6, 7 cards that mill, this would be much better, but I think I have like 1 or 2. I guess 2. There's 3, 4 spider and then the 3 mana instant from green that mill. Well, the Cave Crawler was a good one. They do have the Captivating Cave though, meaning that they can add even more counters to a Trampler. It doesn't matter if they add them to a non-Trampler here. So, but of course I will block the Trampler that's gonna get the counters. Now I will be... Do I even have enough toughness? Let's just make... I mean, I have 6 toughness and they can have 13 trample, plus the 1/1s, 15 total, out of which I can absorb 6. So I think it's exactly lethal if they attack with everything and give the counters. If they give the counters to a trampler. Yeah, because now I can absorb some damage here, some damage there. But this is not going to be enough because this is 4 trampled, 10, yeah, this is exactly 9. Alright. Alright then, maybe they even have a pump spell. No, they did not. Alright, so maybe I need my staggering sizes. Again, I will cut the drought, the A-class Zots, get the staggering sizes, and that's it. Another 0 lander. These are not so common, and I have 17 lands in the deck. But I have still had a bunch of those in this event. Alright. No, wrong 4-drop. The cliff goes away, of course. It's a fine 6 land hand, of course, but I'll need to have my card advantage stuff. Again, a frog. That's a good draw. So let's see. Because I saw some nasty creatures from there. I don't want to use this on the first target I see. Okay, the capybara is... I could attack with both of these. Yeah. No harm there. I will, of course, block. I mean, trade the brawler with the frog. If they choose to block it with the frog. And the capybara, I mean. Okay, I got 2 damage here dealt. Extra, because I, of course, didn't have anything if they blocked there. Okay, 2 permanents, even 2 caves, so that means if I get my leech, it will be a 6-drop now. Well, it's a pretty safe attack with the Join the Dead up, so I can do an attack with everything. They might, of course, use the frog there, Death Touch on the frog, but I don't care. Yeah, let's get trampled there. No blocks with the frog. They take 4 now. Okay. any stuff to play end of turn? It gains death. Oh, they have well, I can punish them for this. I don't want to lose my thing here. I had to waste now the removal on the frog, but I mean I still got a 2-for-1 and the cave crawler will be good. That's a little annoying, of course, because now my spider won't be that relevant. I guess I have enough ways to bring back. Cards that I should maybe just attack with this all. I mean, the thing is they can double block the spider and then I can only trade with the capybara, but this is gonna become a 4-3 quite soon. If I attack with everything, they can put a spider on the brawler, capybara on the freebooter, but that means I'll at least get to the Descent 4. And I get the Scry and the treasure, and they don't know about the Gnover here, so let's do this. I think they want to trade with my good stuff here anyway. Trample doesn't actually matter here, because they have so much toughness on every guy. Yeah. Now of course if they kill now the crawler, it's gonna be annoying. But at least the Scry was basically a free card now, because I was able to scry that away. Although if this somehow dies now, before my draw step, it would have gone away anyway, but I don't think they're gonna just kill this randomly, unless they have a dead weight. Dead weight is good on the crawler too, though. Well, it can still draw me a card. Okay, they don't have any dinos here, so no card from them. Sadly the 5-2 is good blocker on the stuff I have here. Yeah, annoying. They will block with the spider and at least that is good. There's no like flash creatures or anything that's gonna matter here. So I think I'm gonna let them block with the spider now. It would have been very nice to attack with the Nova, but what can I do? Okay, let's do this of course right now. Because I might have something to play here. Like a tyrant and I suppose a forest. Oh, I don't have to take a land if I want to actually mill more. And that's actually true. I don't need the land necessarily here. I'll mill these lands here. Sadly I lost the offering, which would have been good. But yeah, the mill matters for the Myco Tyrant here. So let's actually take only that. I have the Promising Bane anyway here. So I can actually get now a bunch of these things. It's not good enough for the to deal with the Dreadmaw, but I'm getting man, more big things. So they just went to 7 mana and naturally there. Okay, well let's do this because it will make the Myco Tyrant even bigger here now. I know I could attack with this, but it's such a waste to attack into the Dreadmaw just for the. I need my cabbie. What's this? Is it no the thing that I was able to. The thing I was able to recur in match 1, the 3-2s. Okay, they killed that thing. Not much I can do, but they discarded a Deathcap Marionette rather than pay 3 life. Understandable, I have a whiteboard here. It's not like they have an attack, and I can attack with my frog here. Okay, I need to get stuff that return me things. Hey, I can attack with that. So 4 blockers into my 7 attackers. They will take 3 damage and I will lose my creatures. So I can only attack for 1 and they trade with a 3-3 token, I would say. They have a nursery there, so they can still keep getting a spell here now, which is annoying. They get a good one too. Okay, well I don't. Yeah, the sad thing is that the Nova. Oh come on, they're gonna get this thing too. At least they don't have 7 mana yet, unless they have a land drop in their hand. I have now attackers. I mean, the Maw can attack, but it's only 7 attackers to their 4 blockers. Same thing as the last turn. Not a good attack. Now this I needed here. It can bring me back a couple of different things. The options that are good are the crawler here and the Myco Tyrant. The Myco Tyrant would be 4/4. I like the crawler because it will draw me another card. I like that. I need the card. And it will trade with, one of their things. What? They can't see. Why would they? I mean, I get the crawler here. They still have all this. They have this 7/7 making machine because they did have the land drop there. I mean, I attack with the 1/3 Death Toucher on the next turn. I draw a card. They trade with the, with the 4/3 here. They can start making at least 1 7/7, but maybe even more. Okay, they conceded. That's okay for me. I don't think anything changes here. I could have the tapping whip. It's not like a total joke. It's a little bit of a joke, but it's expensive because you can equip a creature and then with 2 mana and tapping I can tap down their biggest thing. They have a lot of big things, of course. And the worst card in my deck against them is the Disruptor Vandercliff. Actually, I'm gonna do that because the 3/4 doesn't really line up well against what they have in their deck. So let's do this whip here. See what happens. But I think they had a chance in that game with the 7/7 making machine. Alright. No creatures though, but I have the removal spell. I don't know if this is ever gonna do anything, but I don't want to mulligan again. I have both colors here. But yeah, these two things are not the greatest things in your starting hand. I mean, I guess the staggering size can be if you have also a creature, which I don't have. I had another card that requires a creature to do anything. Okay, let's see if they have another dino in their hand. No, they don't. Well, I have a Descent 1 now. I can get a land back with this thing. No, it's non-land permanent. Alright. Well, I have now the Jointed Dead up. If they have a 5 mana dino, are there any of those for these colors? Well, I need a creature anyway here. Okay, that's that. Okay, they milled the 6-drop. Good. I'm gonna not use this on the kin color yet. I'll see one more draw step. Okay, that is fine. It holds back the kin color, and this mill 2 is really good. Especially because I actually managed to mill, permanents in there. So they're gonna use... that's the fight spell. Okay. A bite spell, rather. So now the emergence can get back a 4-drop, so the spider can come back. And I will have mana for them. Okay, well... How to do it? I think the Nova is like better play still. They have something for 2 mana. This is again going to be one of those games like that where I go to a very low life total and then I try to stabilize. They do have the cave up, but I don't need to worry about it. Alright, let's see what's this. It could be +3/+3 and trample. So I could, take out the Lawkeeper here. And go down to 5. Because I like to have the Jointed Dead and the Fortitude and my own pump spell up. Okay, let's... I mean, it could be 2 pump spells, but then I just lose, whatever. I'm gonna go here and see what happens. Not punished yet. Okay, that I will be killing with the Join the Dead. If I can, but it's -10, so it should be possible. Compass Gnome getting me a land perhaps or not? At least the gnome can block the marionette here. Now if 6th land wouldn't be the worst, especially because it will be a cave of some kind. I can have a cave here, right? I don't mind drawing it. Okay, I think this is fine. Let's take the hidden nursery. It's gonna be a tapped green sauce, but I can maybe use the merchants. Okay, well, I'm gonna do this. And equipping would cost 1, but I don't want to do that because I want to have mana up for Join the Dead. So let's see. I am at 5, so this is dangerous. Very dangerous. They have nothing there. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna waste my mana here doing nothing. I'll just give -10, -10. It won't be helped by any kind of pump spell there. And I need to use my mana there, of course. So here I can get back the... Not quite the 6-drop. It would be actually sweet to get the Ghost Stalker here back. But I would need some permanents to go to my graveyard for that. It's a pretty free equip because I can still play my instants with the 4 mana I have available. It's just, yeah, this is gonna be tapped now. I mean, I can use this for tapping. Let's see if they use the cave. Mineshaft spider, okay. Mills or no mills? Okay, they milled something they maybe would have wanted to draw there. I can let them attack to this configuration, I don't care, and then I can tap. It does not matter, the marionette, just in case I want to attack with the Nova actually. Okay, you know what I can do at 8 mana? Discover 10, and I'm almost there. So no attacks, of course, I don't have any. I need to be able to defend myself here. I know I could use the emergence thing. I'm kind of waiting to get the Ghost Stalker because I can sack these 2 things. It wouldn't be the worst. I'm going to tap now. Tap here. They haven't used the Captivating Cave here, which is a little odd. The Fanatical Offering can do some things in here. For example, get the whip. Now I'm going to just get the spider here. I think it's time. Get my own spider. And I will still mill here some. And well, not much I will be doing here right now. I can start attacks at some point. Okay, Capybara doesn't do much now. Oh, I have a good blocks. I don't need to tap. I want to use mana for the tricks if they choose to attack. Okay. Tap the Death Toucher, I guess. Just in case I want to attack, I would rather trade with the other stuff. I'm not going to use the offering on the thing because I only need 1 more mana and I can start discovering with it. And I'm not going to crack these lands either because of that reason. Now, I could attack for 5 here now. I have 3 blockers. This could be a little risky. Okay, it is risky. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just afraid that they will have some trample trick in the end, and because I'm at 5 only, it's not a lot of life. I can tap down a thing in here, like the 4-3 perhaps. And I'm gonna go with the offering on the freebooter most likely now. Don't need that land. I mean, I don't mind having a land, but I can naturally draw a land regardless. Okay, there's the scavenger. I can start doing some good stuff here. Okay, I didn't actually draw the land, but I don't now have even mana to discover 10 because I have other things to do here. Okay then. The Ghost Stalker now is a reality. So I could definitely see doing that. I just don't have the mana for it right now, so I will need to... So this is 7 mana 8 with the treasure here. Well, I'm not going to attack because I have a plan here now allowing me to do something with the Ghost Stalker. And I will not use the map token because now I have 4 mana and I might need them for the stuff I have available. This tapping is 2 mana, these tricks are 2 mana each. Okay, more Death Touchers. I'm gonna let them attack. Now Death Touch and Trample is dangerous, but I'm happy the Death Touchers are only 1 once, but they could have the +3/+3 and Trample. But yeah, let them attack now. I will use mana for my tricks instead. Yeah, now they go for it. So, pass the blocks. Should be rather trivial here, 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 and here, and probably this goes in here. And now let's see if this is gonna happen or not. So they actually would be happy with this. Interesting. Well, I'm going to... I would take only... I would take no damage. I would eat the kin collar and I would lose the gnome here. This trades with this with value. I'm tempted to give this +2/+0, but can I get blown out by something? I mean, I can, but maybe it doesn't matter really. Let's make them use a card. I mean, if they have something, it feels like they do definitely have something. Could be just a Huatlis thing, and I put a Bitter Triumph. Well, that's fine, and they discard a... This is actually fine, because I think they still have 2 cards left. No, I'm gonna have to do this. Now they will have 2 creatures left, and I can use the Ghost Stalker so that they sack them both. Yep, this is good. This is gonna be in there, and oh yeah, and I get this. Should have maybe... I definitely should have scried. I should have put the scry trigger on the bottom. First to discover it, then scry. So that was a mistake. I didn't think there enough, but yeah, I still had... I somehow clicked away from there, but of course you saw that they had 2 creatures and I could have played a Ghost Stalker with value, so that I could have had sacked some 2 nonsense creatures. and they would sack the board, and then I would win there. Okay, in the end, this was a 2-match wins, and given that the deck wasn't really good, I'm gonna be happy with that result. Van the cliff. And well, I guess the best thing was that the scavengers were really good, especially with the two of them together. So that's a card to respect when you can get to Descent 4. Though this deck had some difficulties getting to that Descent 4, there were not many of these enablers in the presence of HC's Mineshaft Spider. I think we're the only ones outside of just trading in combat and such things. And of course, 2 promising veins helped a little bit, but it's just 1 out of 4 when you crack this. Okay, a weird draft perhaps, and game matches were, I would say, good stuff maybe, apart from some of the non-games, both from me and the opponent. But yeah, let's claim the prize here, and hopefully I can get a decent deck at some point that goes to 3 wins, because I know that this format is like a, the Cheskay colors blue, white, and red. If you have any 2-color deck among those 3, it's usually gonna be some aggressive, very very cool build where you have powerful commons and good synergies. And the black and green stuff is not so good. Even if you pair black with blue or green with blue, it's not gonna be that great. But I do want to have a good black and green deck, or good black and blue deck, or even a good green and blue deck at some point. Hopefully it will happen before the next set. Anyway, thank you for watching, and bye bye.